Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Susan's just making it. I'm Susan and I'm here making stuff, messes, chaos, and just trying to make it through life. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if this is your first time watching, welcome to my channel. If you like today's video, don't forget the thumbs up, everybody, right down here. It'd be much appreciated if you're inclined to do so. Hope everyone's doing great today, and for today I have a thrifting haul to share with everyone. I did mention in my Mask Monday that I have quite a few hauls to share this week. I've been doing some shopping. This is over a few weeks. I didn't go crazy shopping in just a couple of days. But I haven't had a chance to record, and I'm trying to show you guys what I've been buying lately, and I can get the stuff put away because it's been piled up. So I have a thrifting haul today. One week I went to the flea market and picked up a few things, and the following week I actually went to the Salvation Army Thrift Store and picked up a few things. I haven't been to the Salvation Army in a while, so I thought that would be a nice change for a shopping trip. And there's a few projects I've had in mind that I wanted to see if I could pick up some elements to use, and I really love thrifting. I like taking old things and giving them a new life, and I also like vintage things. I feel like they have more character, so I really love thrift stores, flea markets, that type of thing. So first I'll show you the things that I got at the flea market, and then I will show you the stuff I got at the Salvation Army. I had to bring a little stand over here, and a lot of this stuff you will be seeing again in videos because I'll be repurposing it or using it for something else, and then I'll share how I transform the things. So I'm going to be bending down a few times because I got like a bunch of stuff over here. So the first thing I picked up the weekend that I went to the flea market, this side, is this wooden tote. And it's a nice, good size, and it's got the tulips painted on each end. And like I said, it's a really nice size, and I like these kind of things because you can customize them for your own decor. Like, I'm not into the whole 80s painted tulips and stuff, and I am a home decor book and magazine junkie. I love looking at different home decor stuff. I think that if I ever had furthered my education, I would have probably looked into home interior design, but I really like that. It's like a thing that I go kind of nuts for. And I've seen where people will paint these and things, and you can use them for your magazines. You can, what I would like to do with them, not in the bathroom I have here because the bathroom here is tiny, but if I move and have a bigger bathroom. Last place I lived had a really big, nice bathroom. I like to roll up towels, bath towels and hand towels, and put in here and keep this in the bathroom. My plan as of now is to paint this a neutral color, and then I want to take some round furniture appliques. Some people call them appliques, some people call them onlays, and put them on each end, well, before I paint it, and then antique it. I have a hutch in my kitchen that someday I might do a video of a walkthrough of some of the DIY decor projects that I've done in the past, and share with you guys like some of the things I've done. I have a nice round applique. I'm going to see if I can find something similar, and as soon as I saw this, I just knew immediately how I wanted to transform it. So you'll be seeing this in another video after I paint it and fix it up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do like 2 or 3 of similar projects to share at the same time because I have a couple other similar things I want to do. At a thrift store, when I first moved into this apartment, I bought a wood magazine rack, and it was pretty ugly. It was dark wood. It looked like the bottom was damaged, and they just put a piece of paneling. The poor thing looks sad. I think I picked it up for $4.99, and I painted it black, and it holds my larger baking pans and my wood cutting boards, and it's amazing what a coat of paint will do. It looks really nice now, but when I first bought it, I was like, maybe I made a mistake buying this, but I love it. And by the way, I paid $8 for that tote, which some people it might be a little pricey for a flea market, but I felt it was worth it for what I want to do with it. So the same booth I purchased this. It's wrapped up because I don't want it to get things around with the state of the house right now. It is a vintage hand mirror, and it's got like a lot of tarnish and patina, and I'm not going to turn it over because it's just a mirror on the other side. I'm going to see if I can look online and see the best way to try to clean this up and see if I can clean it up. And I will probably put this in my makeup room somewhere, either on one of my stands or possibly even hang it on the wall. I'm not sure yet, but I just thought it was really pretty, and I paid $4 for it. So hopefully I can clean it up and it will look nice and be appreciated. So put that aside. I'm running out of room. The same booth also, I found these. I don't necessarily collect vintage salt and pepper shakers, but if I find some that I really like, I do pick them up. In the hutch that I redid in my kitchen, I have vintage glassware that I've collected, and I had these in there, but I took them back out so I could show you guys. I just think they're really cute, the like mid-century Christmassy vibe. I'm gonna leave them out all year. I don't think they're too Christmassy to be in the hutch, but the lady had these marked $1. It was on her little section where everything was 50% off, so they would have actually been 50 cents. But since I bought the other two items, she said she would just give them to me. And I'm glad to have them. I think they're really adorable. So I'm going to just put those there because they're going back in the hutch. So that was from one booth. And then I only bought stuff from one other booth. There's a gentleman at the flea market that I purchased from quite frequently. He always has different stuff all the time. He's always bringing in a few different things. And he usually works with me and gives me a deal, like if I buy quite a few things, or if I'm like $1 or $2 short, he'll be like, oh, just give me what you have. Or sometimes, because he's so good to me, if he, like what I bought, he wanted $15 for all of it. I only had $12 left. He says, oh, $12 is good. So next time I go, I'll probably just give him the other $3. I try to keep in good standing because he does work with me. So mostly what I got at his booth was glassware. I saw an idea online that I want to try to do my own take on, and it uses vintage glassware. So I picked up a few things that I'm going to try to use, and if I don't use them for that, I'm sure I can use them for something else. So I picked up these two glasses. He had a few more, but I only got two. Hopefully I can incorporate these in what I want to do. We'll see. Then I picked up, see if I can get stuff out without breaking it because it's all glass. That's why I put it up here next to me. I picked up 4 of these. They're just like, they look like little dessert cups maybe, but I didn't notice until afterwards. I don't know if I picked them up like that or it got damaged before I got it home, but one of them, the edges was all chipped up pretty bad. So I ended up with 3 instead of 4. So hopefully I'll be able to use these for the same thing that I had this planned for. I picked up a brass candlestick. I'm going to slowly start picking these up when I see them. He had a few more, but I didn't want to get carried away getting too much stuff at once. But I have the glass peg lights, and I want to get a handful of these in varying heights and put the peg lights in them to do a grouping with the brass and glass and candles. There's one to get started. I also picked up a couple the clear candlesticks. One of them, I think one is actually crystal and one's just glass like you can get at the Dollar Tree. The crystal one I will probably use with the other glassware for what I have in mind, which I'm kind of excited. I hope that turns out the way I want it. And then this one looks like it's from the Dollar Tree. I'll probably alter this and use it in either some fall or Halloween decor. I kind of have an idea for that. I also picked up like some of these mid-century barware type glasses. Like this, it's like a cocktail glass. It's got the blue on the bottom and clear. I'll probably use that for the glassware project. And these, I originally thought I would use for that, but the more I think about it, I don't think it's going to work for what I had in mind. So I ended up with 2 of these yellow ones. I'm not sure yet if I'll use them for that or if I'll just put them in my hutch with my glassware. And then they had one that's purple. And depending, if you put it against something darker, it looks purple, but if you put it against a lighter background, it looks almost pink. It's got like a little iridescence to it. So I thought those were very pretty. And let's see what else I pick up there. I've seen a few of these floating around at the flea market, and some people have them priced a little more than what I want to pay because it's not anything I need to have. But if I found out the right price, I would grab it. Like, I've seen them online on like Mercari and eBay, and I'm not willing to pay the prices they're asking. I saw one at a booth, I don't know, about a month ago I wanted to grab, but the gentleman wasn't at his booth, so I went and shopped around and came back. By the time I came back, somebody grabbed it. It's just an Avon, vintage Avon, that the cream perfume used to come in. And like I said, I got it with the other glassware, so I finally picked it up. It was kind of yucky. It had this stuff all caked in there and gross, so I had to get that out and wash it and stuff. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it as is, which I probably will because it's vintage, or I might alter it. But part of me is like, real vintage stuff I don't like to really mess with too much. Another cocktail glass, the purple with the clear on the bottom. Try to use that in my projects. And then I got this like cut glass little bowl. Some of this cut glass thicker glassware I picked up a few at the flea market, and then the following week at Salvation Army I saw on Pinterest, it's like a designer knockoff, and Pottery Barn, I guess, has candles and similar glassware, and someone did a knockoff where they took the thicker cut glassware and poured their own candles and put it in a grouping, and that's what my intentions are with this thicker cut glass. Is to pour, just, I'm going to leave it white, not colored wax, and probably add essential oil so it has a slight fragrance to it, and I'm just going to do a grouping of this made into candles. So there's that. And then I picked up two of these, and it depends on how much wax I have. I bought some white candles, and then I also have some soy wax, so depending on how much wax I have, how many candles I'll make. But I thought these would be nice. Try to pick up a variety of sizes so it'll look really nice when everything's grouped together. And then I picked up 3 of these, and I was thinking that this one I would use for one of the candles, and then I picked up 2 more. So I'm not positive what I'm going to do with these, but I really liked them, so I picked them up. I doubt I'll use these for candles as well because I don't want a lot the same shape. But I saw how you can tint glass, and I've seen where people take things like this and they tint them and use them as little bud vases, but I'm not sure yet. I just thought they would be nice to have on hand because I'm sure I will figure out something I want to do with them. And they're decent weight. I try to get stuff with some weight because the thinner glass, I'm so afraid it's going to get broke all the time. And the other day I actually heard a crash, and I ran out to see what it was, and my furry little toddler took a leap onto my end table and knocked over a candle holder I had. Which she didn't break it, but she chipped it, so I have to see if I can find another piece for that. And then she knocked it into a candy dish, and the candy dish did not survive. So that's another reason I like the thicker glass, because I have a maniac cat that likes to do things like that. So I have to be mindful of that sometimes when I bring things into the house. So I'm just trying to get this out of the way so I don't turn around and break something myself. Messing around. So I'm just going to get this stuff out of the way so we don't have any tragedies here. And so that's the flea market. And this, all the glassware I showed you in the brass candlestick and stuff in the Avon thing, I paid $12 for all of that, which I thought was a pretty decent deal. So the following weekend I went to the Salvation Army Thrift Store, and I picked up a few things. I think I spent, after tax, like $19 and some change. I found some good deals. I used to go to the Salvation Army Thrift Store all the time and pick things up, like through the years. Not, you know, I'm 51 years old. I've been keeping house for a lot of years. And thrifting and having an unlimited budget, I've shopped at the Salvation Army Thrift Store quite a bit. But then I stopped a few years ago because their prices were getting a little high for a thrift store. I was getting to the point where I can go to the store and buy this stuff brand new for the same prices that they're charging at the Salvation Army. So I stopped going. And then recently I've started going back once in a while, not a lot, and once in a while picking up stuff. But the last trip that I made a couple weeks ago, I was really impressed that their prices were reasonable and I found some good deals. So I'm just going to bring some of this stuff closer so I can reach it and show you what I picked up. I'll just go ahead and do this first to get it out of the way because it's bigger. I picked up one of these large jars. Now, for those of you that have been with me since the beginning of my channel, I have another one of these. It was in my makeup room that I have like all my sample size things in. I'm redoing that room, so it's going to come out of there. I want to use one of these for all my cupcake liners. Instead of having them in 50 different packages, just throw them in a big jar. So that's what I'm going to do with one of them. And the other one's probably going to end up here in the craft room with like rolls of washi tape or something in it. But I'm not sure yet. I never know what I'm doing until I actually do it. But I picked this up, and this was $3.99. And I thought that was a good deal because I've seen these in the stores, and they're not $4. So I grabbed one, and it wasn't chipped or broke. Sometimes I see them at yard sales or thrift stores, but they're pretty chipped up, so I don't pick them up. So I picked that up. Then I found, I'll go ahead and get some of these smaller things out of the way. I picked up these couple of frames, picture frames, that I thought were really pretty. I like the bling. It's bling, but it's not in your face, like overwhelmingly glam. And they're slightly different, but not majorly. This is the one, it had a couple gems missing, but my hoarding ways, I went in my craft supplies and I found a couple gems that were the same size. So easy fix. And I paid $1.99 for the two of them. They sold them together. Then I found this. Let me see. I found a couple other things that day, but I had to put them back because I didn't have enough money. But it's okay. I don't need everything I find. Found this. It's a mirror. It's not going to blind everybody. But I like that it's got the little ornate trim here. And on the back it has the holes where you can hang it straight up or diagonally. And it's also got the little rubber feet. So if you put it on a table, you're not scratching your furniture. And my thoughts were, instead of hanging it, I actually got it to put on a stand. I thought if I put a candle on top of it, that it would look really pretty. But again, who knows what will end up happening with it. So I thought that was really nice. I paid $1.99 for that. Then I found this tote at the Salvation Army, and this was $1.99 as well. Now the handle was a little wobbly, so all I did, they had put a nail in, but it didn't go actually in the wood, it was kind of by it, so I had to take that nail out. And then I got a couple that had a slightly larger head, and I like stabilized the handle because it was like rolling around. This will be painted and decorated. I'm not sure how yet. I don't have a specific idea. But I got the bigger tote and I got this. And I also have one of the wood tool totes. It's in the other room. I bought that with a lot of things from Facebook Marketplace once. So I will be doing both of these totes and the tool tote. Transforming them. I'm going to try to do a video as I transform them, like the three of them in one video, showing like the before and the process of altering them. That's a plan. However long it takes for me to get to that, I don't know. I also picked up this tray, and it's a wood tray, and it's got the pineapple. For those of you that aren't aware, probably a lot of you are, a lot of home decor has pineapples because it's a symbol of hospitality. And I like the octagon shape. I like that it's got the handles in it. My sister said it's kind of cute as it is, but I'm going to alter this. This will actually be in a video coming up relatively soon. I already have the idea. As soon as I saw it, I pretty much had the idea right away. So this is going to look completely different next time I show you guys. But happy to have it for $1.99. I thought that was a really great deal. And then I just picked up a few more pieces of glassware at the Salvation Army. I got this little bowl here. It's quite thick, and this I'm going to use with the other glassware for what I want to make, and this was 49 cents. And if I don't use it as a nice little candy dish or something, so I'm just going to put that in there with these. And then I picked up these two because they were thicker and they had the cut glass to put the candles in. And I didn't notice until I got home they're pretty much the same pattern, just the two different sizes. And see, even on the bottom, but I wanted the two different shapes because, like I said, when they're in a grouping, it'll be more interesting if stuff is not the same. So let's see if I can put this down in here. I'm surprised that this has not gotten a disaster yet. And then I have one other thing I picked up at Salvation Army, and I thought this was an amazing deal. Before I show you, I paid $3.99. And I even asked the lady, I said, is this tag right? It's $3.99. It's not $8.99, but it just wasn't written clearly. She said, no, it's $3.99. So I picked this up. I hope I can get it in frame. For the size of it alone. This huge picture here. You can see how big it is. I could back up, but I'll probably fall. I'm trying to back the chair up. I think this frame is gorgeous. Now there is a little bit of damage on these top corners. Must have got damaged before it came into the store or while it was in the store, but that's okay because some people may like this the way it is. This is going to get altered. I'm going to paint this and antique it or distress it or something. I haven't decided yet, but this is probably not going to stay the gold color. It may. I may decide to keep it, but probably not because the corners are damaged and it's pretty noticeable. I mean, if you're up close, but if I paint it, it won't show. But like I said, I don't know. My sister's like, well, I really like the picture inside. I'm like, I like the picture inside too, but I really want to antique a mirror and put it in this and then alter the frame. But again, I never know. I have intentions, and sometimes I go ahead with my original idea, and sometimes another idea comes up. But I thought this was an amazing deal for $3.99. The size of it, the beautiful frame, the beautiful print. I just couldn't believe it was only $3.99. I'm like, somebody was being generous with their pricing that day. And it's quite a bit of weight to it. So that was my Salvation Army thrift. Fine. The only last item I have to share is I did a video a while ago when I went to the Thrifty Shopper, and I mentioned that I bought a frame, but I couldn't show you guys because my sister's like, oh, I need a frame that size, can I have it? I'm like, go ahead and take the frame, but she didn't want the mat, so she gave me the mat. In the meantime, she found a frame she liked better, so she gave me the frame back. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys that this is the frame I'm talking that I picked up that day at Thrifty Shopper, and it was brand new. Of course it's not, because she was using the frame for like a week or two till she found another one. It had the plastic protection on the corners and everything, and the labeling. And I picked this up for $2.99, and I think this is a gorgeous frame. Now the mat, like I said, was taken out of here because she didn't have a need for the mat. It looks like metal, but it's actually like a plasticky type thing, which who would know? I wouldn't have known if I didn't take it out. But I think the opening, it says it's 5 by 5. I was pretty sure. Can't see very good without my glasses. I think this is a gorgeous frame, and I'll definitely be finding a photo for that. So that is my combined thrift haul from the flea market one weekend, and then I went to the Salvation Army thrift store the following weekend. So all together, everything that I showed you, including the frame that I just showed you, I spent about 24, 19, so 33, and then $36. $36 for everything I showed you. Everybody has different opinions on what a deal is to them, but I think for $36 I got a lot of really nice things. You can let me know down below if you have any guess what I might be making with the glassware aside from the candles, because I already told you, throw a guess out there. What do you think I might be doing with that? And there might be a few that are horrified. Why would you alter that? But I don't know. I used to have a thing with not altering anything. Like if it was wood, you cannot put paint on wood. Or if things are pretty, there's no need to change it. And this is something where I've grown up like that. Like, my parents taught us to be really respectful of our belongings and things like that. And they never really thought outside the box, so they would be horrified if they were still alive and they saw me slap paint on a piece of wood furniture. But I'm retraining my mind that we don't have to always think inside the box, and that's very hard for me because I've always grown up to be a follow the rules, stay in line, do what's expected, and I'm trying to get out of that a little bit. And sometimes I have to tell myself, and it is a conscious thing, I have to tell myself, like when I'm like, I kind of really want to paint that, but you know, that ingrained thing, and I have to tell myself, I can do whatever I want with it. At the end of the day, it is mine. I paid for it. It's mine. I can do whatever I want with it. It's like a whole retraining. And I've been crafty through the years, but not so much artistic. And now I'm trying to get out of that too, like with painting and drawing. Like drawing, forget it. I just have absolutely no talent. But a little bit of painting I can do. And because I wasn't good at it, I wouldn't even try it. But my thing is, if you don't even try it, you're not going to get better. And not everything has to be totally perfect. Like if it's pretty to one person, it doesn't necessarily have to be pretty to the next person. And I follow the website, I think it's called Home Talk online, where people share their home DIYs. And one person put a post in there, and it's like a light bulb goes on. They said, you know, some people that their skills aren't as good, or they're using recycled materials or things like that, that some of the ones that do better projects sometimes criticize the people that are more amateur. And one person put a post in there that if you're doing a home DIY and it is your home and it pleases you and you're happy with it and it's attractive to you, then that's good enough. And that's something I'm trying to, you know, work with mentally myself. And I guess I'm just saying this for anybody out there that could get something from it. Sometimes it doesn't have to be that everyone else has to be impressed with what we're doing, a project or anything like that. As long as we find pleasure in it and it's appealing to us, sometimes that's good enough. Like even with my crafting, I've been in this thing where I will see something online that I get the inspiration from, or I'll be around other crafters, well, not so much at my age now, but when I was younger, that have been doing this for many more years. And I'm always thought my stuff wasn't good enough. Well, it's not as pretty as theirs, and it's not as classy as theirs. But the thing is, it's not about comparing ourselves to someone else, because as far as us thinking someone's better than us, everybody has different talents. This person may just be more talented. Maybe they've been doing this much longer. Maybe that's something that they is specific to them, that they do over and over and over. So of course they're going to be better at it. We're not them. And as far as somebody who's good at something criticizing someone who's not very good, you can take somebody that has a talent for drawing and painting and their stuff is gorgeous. Then you have someone next to them that their piece of artwork or whatever, and this person may look down on it like, oh my gosh, look at how terrible that is, looks like a child did it. And I think one thing we need to keep in mind with comparing, people have been doing things for different amounts of time. People have different talents. You don't know what the story is behind that. Maybe somebody that you're looking down on their craft, their art, their project, they may have handicaps that prevent them from being at a higher skill level. Maybe they're just learning. Maybe this is just a risk they're taking, trying something. And I think it's just about exercising kindness overall. And we don't know why theirs isn't as good as. But you know what? If whoever did that is happy with that, that should be good enough. It's not about comparing. We're all different individuals. We all have different talents. We all have different abilities. And I heard this saying once, and I believe it 150%, that if someone is doing something that they enjoy, that they're passionate about, and gives them a sense of, it boosts their self-esteem or it gives them happiness, and you cut them down or minimize that, and excuse my language, that you are the biggest piece of shit. And I do believe that, because if you tear somebody down when they're trying to do something that they're proud of and brings them happiness, it really speaks toward your character. Like, why would you do that? And so I guess what I'm saying, like, when I was younger and comparing myself and being afraid to show someone the projects I did because I didn't think I was as good as, now I'm to the point that it doesn't matter. I'm not as good as this group of people, but I'm better than this group of people. But doesn't it matter at the end of the day, as long as I'm happy with what I've done and I enjoy doing it. And the thing is, I used to never think my stuff was that nice, and then when I did finally start showing it and sharing it and people complimenting me, it helped me feel a little bit more confident and better about it. And at the end of the day, I do look at it, sometimes I'll make a project and I'm not entirely happy with it, but I'm like, it's not that bad, you know. And sometimes when I'm working on a project and I'm looking at it and looking at it, working on it, by the time I'm done with it, I'm just so tired of looking at it, and to me it looks because I've been looking at it and working on it. Sometimes if I put it aside and I go back to it a while later and look at it, I tend to be more happy with it because I'm not exhausted with looking at it. So I know I went off on a tangent completely from what the video, but it's something I felt I wanted to share with all the whole crafting and, you know, repurposing and making over things. And like I said, I want to try putting more crafting and repurposing on my channel, and my hopes are maybe someone out there that was afraid to take a leap and do some of these things or didn't think they were capable of, try it. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm not particularly talented. If I can do it, you can do it. And last night I was actually watching a YouTuber that does a lot of crafting and home decor stuff, and she was doing some stuff that I would have felt intimidated to try, but watching her do it, I'm like, I can do that. I'm going to try that. So, like I said, again, off topic, but just came to mind and I wanted to share it for what it was worth. So, again, if you have any feedback, feel free to leave it below. If you haven't given me a thumbs up and you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate that. And as always, I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to spend with me. And until the next video, bye everyone. I have more hauls coming for you guys.